Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, hello, my name is Hallie and I love talking about all things books on this side of the internet. And if you're not new, then thank you so much for tuning into another video. Let's get into it. We are currently sitting in my book room and I am going to pick my March TBR, and today is March 1st, so hopefully this video can be uploaded. I'm sorry that I haven't gotten around to do other uploads and other videos. I was trying to do a vlog and I kind of hated it, so you didn't really get a video last week, but now my 20 viewers, you're gonna get one this week. So I printed out a bunch of different prompts in my little He's Not cup from my college, and I'm going to go through and pick out a bunch of prompts that I will then pick a book for. Now, I don't know what's in here. I kind of just looked up a random list on Pinterest and I saw a few other creators do this, and that's how they pick out books for this month. So I'm going to be getting up a lot, and then I also have a bunch of books on my Kindle. That way we can pick out books that I want to read for this month. I feel like March is an interesting month because we're almost getting into spring, and February is a lot of romance and Valentine's books, but March I don't really have a theme, so I thought we could do the little TBR jar and I could pick some prompts and then assign a book to that. So my goal is to pick about 10 prompts in here and assign them to a book, and that way I can get to them. But I might choose a few more. I do read a lot and I read very fast, and so I want to pick some books that are I just want to pick them. Some I want an assigned read, so I know that I have to get through some of these. So for example, Good Spirits, it's on here, but I probably won't pick that because it's a Christmas type read. I was starting to read it and I was like, this is a little Christmassy, so I stopped. And I just love when other creators do this and talk about books. So let's get into the video. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right, so we have the jar and let's pick our first prompt here. First prompt says, read a book you forgot that you owned. Okay, so now up here are a ton of books that I have that I haven't read. So I'm gonna pick a couple that I forgot I owned, and then we'll reevaluate if I should read those. Or I could look at my TBR cart over here and then pick from those. But if I forgot I owned it, then it won't be on this cart. So give me a minute, I'm gonna pick 3 and then I'll talk through it and see which one I want. Okay, can you guys hear me okay if it's on my shirt? Hopefully. My microphone's been giving me such issues and I've wanted to buy one, but that's not in the budget right now. So we're just gonna roll with it. Also, it is snowing outside. It is March 2nd, March 1st. It's crazy and it's sticking. It is like a snowstorm. I'll have to show you in a minute. Okay, I'm currently peeling stickers off my books that I want to show you. Why are we putting stickers on books, guys? What are we doing? What are we doing? Okay. Please pause while I pull a sticker off my book. Prime candidates for books that I forgot that I owned. So I did forget that I own these, and that's not good. Okay, Sophie Cousins, I really wanted to read more of her books. This is called The Good Part, and I just have a few of her books that I haven't read. I want to give it a shot. It looks like a cute little romance. This is Lucy Young's a 26-year-old, and she's tired of fetching coffees for senior TV producers, sick of going disastrous dates, and done with living in a damp flat with roommates who never buy toilet paper. After another disappointing date, Lucy stumbles upon a wishing machine. Pushing a coin into the slot, Lucy closes her eyes and wishes with all of her might, please let me skip to the good part of my life. Oh my gosh. Okay, that has me hooked. Wow. Okay, the other books are gonna have to try to top that because now I want to just now I just want to read it right now. Okay, next we have Normal People by Sally Rooney, and I also haven't read a lot of her books, but she's a really popular author that I want to read, and I feel kind of bad that I haven't ever gotten around to it. It's kind of like one of those I just put on my shelf and was like, I'll read this, and then I haven't. Connell and Marianne grew up in the same small town, but the similarities ended there. At school, Connell is a popular, well-liked, but Marianne's a loner. And when the two strike up a conversation, awkward but electrifying, something life-changing begins. Normal People is a story of mutual fascination, friendship, and love. Also, pardon me, I don't have my glasses on, and sometimes I can't really see the words that well, and I pronounce names mad incorrect. This seems really good. It's a Hulu original series, so it says. contender. The next one that I was having trouble pulling the sticker off of is The Woman in Suite 11. I read The Woman in Cabin 10. I haven't watched the series or the show or whatever it's gonna be, but I picked this up and I just love the sprayed edges. Love it. And this is one like that I wanted to get to, but I knew that I would get to it eventually. I love Ruth Ware. So I'm like, do I read this? I don't know. It's a mystery. This one seems like literary fiction. I picked 3 different genres. This one seems like romance, contemporary romance. This one is like mystery thriller. It says, when the invitation to attend the press opening of a luxury Swiss hotel owned by reclusive billionaire Marcus Lederman arrives, it's like the answer to a prayer. 3 years after the birth of her youngest child, Lo Blacklock is ready to reestablish her journalism career, but post-pandemic travel journalism is a very different landscape from the one she left 10 years ago. The chateau on the shores of Lake Geneva is everything Lo's ever dreamed of. She hopes she can snag an interview with Marcus. Unfortunately, he proves to be more difficult to pin down than his reputation suggests. When Lo gets a late night call asking her to come to Marcus's hotel room, she agrees despite her own misgivings. She's greeted, however, by a woman claiming to be Marcus's mistress and in life or death jeopardy. It says like cat and mouse pursuit, which I'm a fan. This is the hardest decision ever. Okay, I want to read all these. So these are going to have to go on the TBR shelf. But I think I am going to pick the good part. It just seems very fitting for where I'm at. A lot of people in my life want to jump to the good part of their life. And I'm like, no, you got to live for like right now. So I feel like this would be good. Maybe I'll give you some good advice for those that I love. We'll see. I'm going to add this. So first book that we have on the TBR is The Good Part by Sophie Cousins. Okay, so I am going to use The Woman in Suite 11. I'm going to use this again. This is a contender. Okay, then we have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. And I have been wanting to read these 3. So maybe it could be like a 3-part series. Good Girl, Bad Blood, As Good as Dead, and then A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I love Holly Jackson. I think she's an amazing young adult like thriller writer. And I've been avoiding reading the blurb because I don't really want to know what it's about, but I know that it's like an investigation of some sort. So, okay, that's the second book. The next one, Riley Sager, he wrote a mystery thriller. People say this is a great jaw-dropping one. I picked this up from Barnes & Noble. And I did start it, I'm like 8 pages in, but then I gave up and like started another book. Let me read the back of this one, we'll see. The worst thing to ever happen on Hemlock Circle occurred in Ethan Marsh's backyard. One July night, 10-year-old Ethan and his best friend and neighbor, Billy, fell asleep in a tent set up on the manicured lawn in the quiet, quaint New Jersey cul-de-sac. In the morning, Ethan woke up alone. During the night, someone had sliced the tent open with a knife and taken Billy. And he was never seen again. 30 years later, he's returned to the childhood home, plagued by bad dreams and insomnia. He notices strange things happening in the middle of the night. This is tough. I don't know. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder seems really intriguing, but middle of the night also, because I do want to get to this. But then A Woman in Suite 11. This says Nail-Biting Mystery by Natasha Preston, and I do like her. And there's also a little sticker from Target that I peeled off right here. I hate a sticker. It's the worst. Okay, I'm gonna go with this, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and then I'm also gonna read, so my TBR is gonna be a lot longer, Good Girl, Bad Blood, and then As Good as Dead. And I own As Good as Dead, so that will also go like on the list. Okay, so that's 2, and now we have like 8 more to go, so I gotta speed this up. Read a book with a gorgeous cover. I'm gonna pick 3, and then I'll get back to you guys about the gorgeous cover. Okay, I've selected 2. I've selected Graceless Heart by Isabel Ibanez, and I'm not peeling off the sticker in this video because it's just gonna make me upset. But this beautiful cover is one for the TBR prompt. I have selected, I'm gonna choose between this by Jessa Hastings. I have not read any of this. Like, I think the Magnolia Parks books are stunning. Daisy Hates, all of it. I think those books are stunning covers. And I absolutely love the contents in her writing. But I have not read Never. I've heard not good things about this actually, but I'm gonna give it a shot for myself because a lot of times I don't trust like what people have to say. I think that they were just comparing it to her other books and saying it's not as well written. I don't know. I'm gonna make that determination for myself. But it says, Never is an awfully long time. Growing up, Daphne always knew Peter Pan would come for her the way he'd come for her mother and her grandmother, Wendy before that, the Darling Girls. Their stories are all the same. Forever, young boy at their window after their 13th birthday and the shimmering magical land behind a star. So it sounds like a Peter Pan retelling or something like that, but okay, this is contender 1. And then, as I showed you already, Graceless Heart. Let's read a little bit about this. I don't care. I absolutely adore this author and like a young adult fantasy. So let's see. Love is the most dangerous magic. As a sculptress, Ravenna has always shaped beauty from stone, but she has a terrible secret. Desperate to save her brother, she enters a competition hosted by Florence's most feared immortal family, revealing a dark power in a city where magic is forbidden. Now a captive in the cutthroat city, Ravenna is forced into a dangerous task where failure means death at the hands of Certano de Luni, the immortal family's mesmerizing but merciless heir. But as he draws her closer, Ravenna realizes the true threat lies beyond Florence's walls. I do want to read this. This is super intriguing, and it's a new release. I think I'm going to go with this one. I am. Graceless Heart is the third book on my TBR. Now let's pick another prompt, shall we? Okay. Read a book you bought because of the cover alone. So many cover. Okay, what did I buy because of the cover? I don't know, actually. Oh wait, yes I do. I picked this up about 2 years ago at Barnes & Noble. 5 First Chances by Sarah Jost. And I picked it up because of the cover. That's it. Like, I just never heard anything about it. It was like, you're coming home with me. So, again, I'm gonna try it. What would you do if you had a chance to get things right again? Lou feels like she's stuck on the wrong path, alone in a city far from home, watching other people be happy. When the man she's in love with announces his engagement to someone else, Lou's consumed by the what ifs. That's when she finds herself slipping back in time to a night 2 years ago when one small decision changed everything. I love magical realism, and I feel like that's what this is. Same thing with Sophie Cousins and Ashley Poston. I love magical realism. So that is going to be book number 4. Let's pick another prompt. Oh, this one kind of flew out. Oh, okay. A random number generator picks my TBR. Okay, so I have a bunch of books on my cart, and then I'm gonna count them, and then my little thing over here, my little bookshelf TBR, and then I'm gonna generate the number on my phone, and then it'll pick which one I have to read. Hey! So it says 28, but I might generate it again. That is actually crazy because 28 is my favorite and luckiest number ever. It's my favorite number. 28, drum roll please, everybody. In her defense, I got this one at Target and it is on my list. And I did talk about this, I think in another video. I'm not sure. My husband actually picked this. He was like, you need to read this. It says, everyone is watching. Only one person knows the truth. The whole country has been riveted by the trial. So I'm not gonna read any further, but I feel like it's gonna be like a trial suspense based book, literary fiction. So this is going on the TBR. Picking another prompt. Read a book set in your home state. Well, that is easy, folks, because I actually picked up this book because it took place in North Carolina. Love this author, and I've already read 2 books by her, so now this is the 3rd. And it says, for 14-year-old Leah Payne, life in her beloved coastal Carolina town is as simple as it is free. Devoted to her lumberjack father and running through the wilds where the forest meets the shore, Leah's country life is as natural to her as the beehives in the southern sky. It's set in 1935. So I do like a historical book, a historical fiction, and then I live in the state of Virginia near Lake DC, but my home state is North Carolina. So number 6. Read a book with blue on the cover. So I'm gonna pick a couple because a lot of the books that I want to read have blue on the cover. And let me actually look through my Kindle because I have only been doing physical books and I feel like I would need to grab some from my Kindle because it's only fair, right? Well, I need to probably look at my phone because I can't, it's in black and white. So that won't do me very good. I'm not going to be able to like exactly show you, but maybe I'll put it on the screen of like what I'm talking about. So one of the options that I have that I really have been wanting to read is called Layoverland. And I think it's like a fiction book where let's see what the description says so I can get it right. Layoverland, Beatrice Fox deserves to go straight to hell. At least that's what she believes. But on her last day on Earth, she ruined the life of the person she loves most, her sister. So when Bea wakes up from a fatal car accident to find herself on an airplane headed who knows where, she's confused to say the least. So this one really captivated my attention. I was like, I must read that. Layoverland. I'm going to do that. And I think that's really interesting. Okay, so we have Layoverland 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we have 8 and then 9, 10. So about 2 more books. Okay. Read a 5-star prediction. All of these I feel like are 5 stars. I've like given 5 stars to all the Sarah Adams books, but this book is the 4th one, the newest one that just came out, and it's about Madison Walker, and she left from Kentucky to go into New York, and I think she's involved in culinary of some sort, or the man she's interested in is a 5-star prediction. Imagine it's not, but no, I just think it's a 5-star because her writing is so beautiful. I love the literary fiction. I love the characters that she has. I love the sisters. I love it. So, I don't know. This one. Okay, I found a couple with pink on the cover that I really want to read. So, How to Kill a Guy in 10 Dates is on the TBR. Maybe. Or Julie Tudor is Not a Psychopath. And these are kind of like both seem as like mystery thrillers. I'm not sure. I might do this one because it's a book of the month one that I really wanted to read. I think I'm going to do this one. I think I'm going to do How to Kill a Guy in 10 Dates. Okay, we'll see. That one's going on the list. And now we have one more to pick. Read a book with more than 4.5 star average on Goodreads. Oh my goodness. Okay. Normal People by Sally Rooney. It doesn't. It has 3.8. Why is that low-key shocking to me? Okay, next, we can't do that one. I have All the Light We Cannot See. I feel like that one would be maybe. Yeah, it's a Pulitzer Prize winner. I mean, I've put it off for years. And a lot of people read this book when we were in middle school and high school, but I found that sometimes when I had to read books for class that I was forced to read, I didn't appreciate them. Picking it up, clicking on it. Okay, I don't know. This one might have to go on the list, but it says 4.3 stars. So not quite 4.5. 4.5 is very hard to get. Okay, the closest we got was All the Light We Cannot See. So I guess this is going to be my 10th book on the TBR. Okay, all the books I'm going to read in the month of March. Here we go. In Your Dreams, Sarah Adams. The Last Carolina Girl, Megan Church. In Her Defense. 5 First Chances, Sarah Jost. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, Holly Jackson. Graceless Heart. The Good Part by Sophie Cousins. All the Light We Cannot See. And lastly, How to Kill a Guy in 10 Dates, Shaylee Thompson. But the one book that we did pick on Kindle was The Layover. So our Layoverland, my 10th and final book. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was actually a really fun way to get some of these physical books off of my shelf and hopefully read them. So that was 10 books, and now I hope to pick 10 more that is going to complete my list, and I'll talk to you guys about the 10 that I did end up reading after. I think I'm going to try to read my book of the month books that are coming in soon. Hopefully my package will arrive, and maybe some more that are on my Kindle that I need to get through, like my Libby or Kindle Unlimited or something like that. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, please comment a little shamrock for the month of March, of course, and I really appreciate you guys tuning in and to watch. Let me know what you're gonna read and if you've read any of these titles or if you want to read along with me for this month. I love you guys. Bye.